Hi, Jim Van Zant with Sermon in 3 Minutes. In preparing the message for this last week, I ran across the work of Dr. Ernest Becker. It's called Terror Management Theory. And what Dr. Becker suggests is that each of us lives with the knowledge that we will all experience a personal apocalypse in our life, meaning our death, pleasant thought. And he says the way we choose to handle that is the way we then manage it. What he believes is important to understand about all of that is that he has found in his research that the way we choose to handle our death is often one of the single biggest factors in determining how you and I will choose to live our life. Interesting, he's echoing the great Solomon in the book of Ecclesiastes, who came to the same conclusions. We can manage this terror in a number of ways. Most of us kind of tend to avoid it and go on a headlong pursuit of pleasure in some kind of way, in the term bucket list. We want to experience all we can in this life, grab all that we can, so that because we're unsure of where the future goes. Some people deny it altogether and choose to live their life in a way that tries to turn back the clock, all knowing that's not successful either. What's interesting is these people seem surprised and cheated at their own death. And there's another group called existentialists. Existentialists say basically that it's all going to end in death, so why not end our life now and save all the pain and suffering? But you know, for the Christian, there's another option. And that option is to not be terrorized at all by this, not be afraid of it one little bit. And that's what the Christ on the cross does for us. You know that there's this wonderful little story about Jesus is in a boat with his disciples, and he's asleep in the back of the boat. Storm rages on the sea. His disciples wake Jesus and say, Jesus, we're going to sink here, we're going to die here. And Jesus just stands up, calms the seas, calms the wind, and kind of says, in a manner of speaking, well, guys, I got this. You know me. You've been walking with me for 3 years now. I got this. Now, we look at that storm and we think the disciples have a perfectly normal response to this imminent death that may be upon them. What if in the story, the normal response in God's world is Jesus' response of not to be afraid, but to trust God? That's what the cross reminds us of. It's like Jesus saying to us, well, folks, I got this death thing, don't even worry about it. Now, when we live our life not fearing death, changes a lot of the decisions we make and the way we choose to live our life. Go out and live your life to the fullest, for that is what is most pleasing to God. This has been Sermon in 3 Minutes. See you again.